Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everyone, what's up? What's up? Come on in, come on in. Oh man, it's so much stuff going on. I'm trying to get in where I fit in because y'all know I have to be live tonight with Riggs on his show. So let me drop down Riggs. Let me see here. Drop down his link to his channel. Because, you know, Riggs and I do a show every Sunday. So I just dropped the link to Riggs' channel. He didn't drop the link yet to the StreamYard where we're going to be live, but that's the link to his channel. So if you want to go over there and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss his shows. But yeah, every Sunday, Riggs and I, we do a lot called From the Block to the Hood Table. And it's at 9 p.m. Well, usually about 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then about 7:15 p.m. Pacific Time. So yes, we'll be over there tonight, just having a great conversation. And I hope you guys join us over there. But in the meantime, and in between time, like I called the title of the show, a lot has been going on, right? I was over there watching KRN's call-in show, which turned into a panel show / call-in show. I was like, ain't this shit giving? Okay, it went from a subbies call-in to a subbies call-in and panel show to a CC subby call-in and panel show. I'm like, if you weren't there, that's where everybody was there. Everybody was there, and I think they might still be over there, okay? But I do know quite other few people are live too. So again, I'm just getting in where I fit in because after this, I'm taking me a good old Sunday afternoon nap before I have to go live tonight with Riggs, because, you know, in my neck of the hood, it'll be late, like 9 something. And, you know, we'd be live for a couple of hours. And then I got to get up and go to work in the morning. So let me get in my commentary while I can. And again, make sure you guys like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new here. And then also, if you feel like donating, if the spirit moves you, please, please. I know a lot of y'all talk about people on here begging for every damn thing under the sun. But if you feel like it, please donate to the Cash App or the Super Chat. And thank you to those who do be donating to the Cash App and the Super Chats. And thank you for my subscribers, those who are also members. I appreciate each and every one of you. So first thing first, I want to discuss a little bit about this Faith. Now, you know, we talked a little bit about Faith the other day because Faith is the Substance went live on her panel, on her show. And I didn't even know she had a channel, but yeah, I guess she be over there interviewing people, and she don't do shit over there like B sector shit. But that particular video did, of course, happen to do with the B sector. So a lot of people been watching it. And she was over there talking about how, you know, talking about Lemon's character, how he's a fucked up individual, how he could have came to her directly and told her that he wasn't going. And, you know, some people been feeling some type of way like, well, he been saying it on his panel for weeks and weeks. He wasn't going. Everybody knew he was upset about not getting no check from YouTube and people taking his channel down and everybody striking and flagging. And he needed that money to, you know, help go out of town. So obviously, you know, no matter how much money he gets every month, he didn't have nothing set to the side. Or maybe he just was like, I'm not spending no money right now when I don't have no money coming in. And that's the type of shit I would do because I done told y'all before, I ain't going across the street with no money. My mama told me don't go nowhere without no money, because if you don't have no money, you might get enticed to maybe put your hands on shit that don't belong to you. Not saying, none of y'all would do some shit like that, but I can understand where Lemon was coming from as far as I'm not going because my YouTube check ain't hitting this month. Probably ain't gonna be hitting next month either after his channel got taken again. That nigga on his 5th. I don't know how many lives he got, maybe 9, maybe more. I know somebody on KRN said Lemon, his 15 minutes of fame is over. Then Shish Trish hit the panel talking about, I know he got 6 minutes left. Some people are in full support of Lemon keeping his channels. And some people is like, man, fuck that shit. He's a horrible, bad person. I mean, if that was me, and I keep hearing all these people, like so many people saying so many bad, negative things about me, maybe I would look deep down inside of myself and see if there is anything that I could change or should change, or if I just should be the same person that I continuing to be. But after losing like 4 or 5, 11 channels, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said the other day, maybe you should start your own website, get you a domain, start your own website, charge people a monthly fee to become members on your website. You can still get Cash Apps, PayPals, things like that. But I don't know. I don't know. But the thing that got me was, like I said, a lot of people fuck with him, and then it's kind of the same thing with a lot of CCs. People fuck with the CCs, and then when they lose a channel or when something happened to them horrible, they want to, oh, that person did this and they did that, and they need to apologize to people, and they need to, bow down, and they need to get on their knees, and they need to humble themselves. And even like Faith was like, after Lemon didn't contact her directly, that said that was a clear indication of Lemon's character overall. And that he was a fucked up person. And granted, they had planned on doing this whole kissing scene, which I'm still a little bit confused about. Why this 50, almost 60-year-old woman wants to kiss on this 30-something-year-old boy who's still living at home with his mama. No shade, no tea. But I'm trying to wrap my head around this, even though this is supposed to be some scene, just do something comical, something for the how let me say it, for the culture of the B sector. I ain't kissing on nobody. I don't know what they list been. Now Jada talking about do you know what his list been? When she was over there on Lolo's panel the other night, like, do you know what his list been, Faith? I heard he sucked dick. And regardless if that nigga suck dick, eat puss, I don't give a damn what nigga it is. I'm not just gonna be kissing some random ass nigga that I ain't fucking with like that. Like, it ain't like it's two people who been communicating online and they kind of have a long distance thing going on, and they might be like the shit with what's her name, RNY. You know what I'm saying? And RNY and Envy. Like, they were on the phone. Nobody knew they was hollering at each other, that they was talking behind the scenes, and they was doing their long distance lover thing. And when they met up, okay? They met up. They was like in the same hotel or at his house or where the fuck they was, going out, eating, dancing, clubbing, all that. That's something else. But just meeting up with somebody just doing it for the culture, I'm gonna kiss you. We're going to do a love scene. We're going to do a making out scene. We're going to do something. Hell no. So you planning on doing all that shit, and now that he didn't tell you personally that he's not going, then he's all this type of fuck niggas and all that shit. Like I said the other day, Lemon ain't changed. Lemon ain't going to change. I have a strong feeling that Lemon ain't going to change for none of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all can say he need to apologize. He need to humble himself. He need to change his demeanor, change his platform. That nigga done been through 5 channels, and they gonna try to take the next one by Wednesday, okay? Because everybody know that he's recircumventing, or what do they call that bullshit? Everybody know that you only supposed to have one Google AdSense and can't reuse the same email. And even if he put it in his mama name, got everything in my mama's name. Y'all remember that shit? But I still That used to be my shit. But yeah, had a mama, they houses and everything in their mama name. But if you still, like they said, if you still using the same internet, then YouTube could probably still, figure you out. And then his mother, like, if that was my son, I'm just saying, if that was my son, and this shit was happening to him, and he ain't listening to nobody, like, I don't know what she be telling her son when he be going to her talking about, I lost another one, and another one bites the dust, and another one bit the dust. I don't know how his mom feels about this shit, if she cares or not. I mean, she might prefer for him to go out there and get a job or go to that college across the street. Like, what's his name? And hey Tia, hey boo boo, how you doing, love? But how Goosey was saying to KRN today, why don't he just go across the street to the college? Because everybody know he ain't got no job and YouTube is his life. But if he's keep losing all these channels and worried about money and can't take trips and all that bullshit, why don't he go across the street to the college? But like KRN said, and I was saying this in my head before KRN even started speaking, like, no, that nigga, like, you know how niggas in the street, they want that fast, easy money. That's how YouTube is to a lot of people. Now, YouTube ain't easy for everyone, but we know the channels that do a lot of fuck shit, a lot of the train wreck channels. Oh, that's easy peasy. That's easy money. You're going to have all the people in your chat. You're going to have all the big assets, checks, the super chats, the cash apps, the memberships, shit like that. So it's easier to be on here doing all that shit than to go across the street, sign up for college, wait till you get in, then try to get some student loans or Pell Grants and all that. Then you got to go to school. And even if you get a Pell Grant or a loan, you only get them checks once every 3, 4, 5 months. Then you have to make sure you do the schoolwork, and you got to make sure you got enough sense in your head to pass all the classes. Then you got to make sure that you graduate in a couple of years. Like, that nigga ain't trying to go to school. Like Karen said, that ain't instant gratification that he can get on YouTube by making a whole bunch of money. So, yeah, I was kind of laughing at that when Goosey said, why don't he just go across the street and go to school? That nigga ain't trying to go to school. Shit. Oh, my God. And then KRN had me cracking up when he was talking about the Uber or the Lyft or, you know what, child? Maybe it's because of where I live, but I did not know people deliver food on bicycles. Like, literally like a 10-speed or a dirt bike? Is that what was going on? You said, I appreciate you. Always beautiful. God bless you and your family always. Oh, I appreciate you too, love. And God bless you and yours this new year. I hope everybody's doing well around where you are too. But child, they had me cracking up when they was talking about, well, maybe Lemon could deliver food or something, like deliver food or groceries or something. And I don't know who said it, but somebody said, what if Lemon was delivering groceries and he fell down or some shit? And then that's when Roman started going into this situation that he had, because he was like, I would have complained. I would have gave him a bad review. I would have asked for my money back. I want to credit. And then KRN started going in what he experienced with getting a food delivery. And again, in my neck of the hood, we don't have people riding up on bikes to deliver your food. But I guess that's how it is in a lot of places from what people were saying in the chat. But I never knew that shit happens. And KRN said somebody delivered him some food, some young guy, and he was on a bike. And he said the bag wasn't even, it was like, you know how you get those paper sack bags from a restaurant and they have like the skinny handles on the top, or they have like the handles on the top where you can hold your bag. And he said it was like that. And I'm like, you lying to me. You mean to tell me this nigga drove across town with your bag of food out in the air, out in the atmosphere, and it wasn't like totally sealed up or thrown in another bag or in a, you know how DoorDash and them, they had like those bags with they could keep your food hot, they can keep your food cold, and they zip up and they patch up and make sure nothing touches your food and all that, and it gets to you safe and sound. This nigga riding the bike with your food hanging on his handlebars or sitting on his basket. I'm know you lied to me. KRN was like, I called and got my money back. I said, nigga, you can keep this shit because just think about it. Somebody driving down the road, across town, over railroad tracks, under tunnels, through the hood to bring you some food and the bag is open. No. You don't know what all kind of smog that nigga done drove through. You don't know what kind of like Karen said, I don't know what type of water puddles you done drove over, what kind of smog you done throw, what type of asbestos chemicals might have fell into the bag. Like, that's crazy. I never knew people can just drive a regular bike and deliver food. And you ain't got no choice either. You can't say, I don't want nobody delivering my food with a bike. Child, you know what? That would stop me from ordering food right there. But yeah, they said people do deliver in places like New York and, you know, different places like that on bikes. But I feel like if you're going to deliver my food on a bike, the restaurant better be literally down the block. Because you out there, especially if you're in the cold, your food cold, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's weird to me, but I wouldn't be trying to deliver no food on no bikes though. That's a lot of work. I can see if you had a moped or something like that, or a motorized bike or something like that. But I don't know, child. But anyway, this Faith is the Substance. Lemon was talking about how she had hit him up on IG and told him that he wanted to do. See, I didn't know who had, you know, produced the scenario, the storyline. Was it Lemon? Was it her? Did they come up with the plan together? But she claimed it was her. And she had hit Lemon up in his DMs and said she wanted to have this whole kissing scene. Child, y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much. And then I didn't even know who, like I said, I didn't even know she go live or anything like that. But I guess she had been on several trips with people and she was with them last year, I guess. And then it kind of brought to my recollection when they was like, Jay Wilson stood her up. I'm like, oh, her? And they were like, yeah, the one who was falling asleep when they was at the restaurant. They said she was falling asleep when it was Sean Bradley, and I guess it was KRN, and it was some other people, but she had went to sleep or fell asleep at the restaurant, at the dinner table at Pepper Mills. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Anyway, I ain't trying to talk about the lady because I don't know the lady. But when they said that, who was that? Who was that? Auntie? When Auntie hit the panel, y'all know Auntie be up there. She be going on and on and on. But Auntie be telling us all kind of shit. Some shit we don't be knowing. And I know some of y'all be dragging her because she be on there forever. Like forever. She be on there forever. But I like when Auntie hit the panel. What up, Dr. J. Wilson? Brother JW? What's up? What's going on? Child, I like when Auntie be hit the panel. So she sometimes be giving us some tea, some shit we ain't heard. Like KRN, he didn't even know that there was a situation, or I don't even know if there's a situation because I didn't hear it myself. But I guess somebody said VS said something about him and he didn't even know. And I'm like, I didn't even hear that. And I don't hear everything. So I don't know what's going on with that. So I'm going to leave that right there. Y'all do y'all investigation because I don't know what's going on. But child, when they said that Auntie came up there and said she thought that picture of Faith was mother, I died. You thought Faith is a Substance was mother? She said, well, I thought somebody had took a picture of mother and was playing with his picture. And then she was like, you know what? Child, they was clowning Faith. Not only Faith, but Lolo too. Lolo. They was clowning Lolo too. People talking about her hair People talking about she needs some hot oil treatments. People talking about thank God she brought some wigs. KRN said women is so lucky because y'all can just take a wig. He said niggas can't do that shit. We can't put a line on our head. We can't just put a fade on our head. We can't just put a. I'm thinking like, what if y'all could though? What if y'all could though? Like y'all either get a haircut or you don't get a haircut. You either need a line or you don't get a line. But when it comes to women, yeah, we do. You know, a lot of us are saved by the wigs. The wigs be wigging, but child, I saw the last wig that. I'm gonna go on mute. I was like, child, I see why they talking about Lolo's wigs. Child, that last week, you know what? I don't know. When I be going out of town, my hair be laid and slayed. I be having the clothes, the gear, the money, the makeup, and if I'm gonna have a wig, it's gonna be a badass wig that I'm wearing out of town. But hey, she don't, you know, she said she gotta wait on her Google check, her access check, which probably ain't gonna hit to tomorrow. Cause I know my shit ain't hit yet. It usually hit on like the 20th through the 22nd, and the 20th was Friday, and my shit ain't hit yet. I checked today too, it ain't hit yet. But that child, they was you said Alfred Woodward realness hair. What? Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I was really entertained. But then they still talking about Shaquille. You know, they still talking about how he did YouTube cameras, and obviously YouTube camera didn't really care because they said she gave him the Mod Stick back. So I'm learning more. I learned more and more about what really happened with the situation with Shaquille. I guess he had to go to work. And I guess normally YouTube cameras, they say YouTube cameras said that he don't have to pay her for redirects, but the cash apps do, you know, matter, or they help, or, you know, whatever like that. They make a difference. So I guess maybe he had paid her to redirect her show to his, and he had to be at work by a certain time. So he was basically sitting there on pins and needles, you know, just pining away, waiting on her, you know, how they say no loitering in front of the store. He was out there waiting, loitering for her to finish so he could, you know, they could go to his channel. And so there was shit going on though with Lemon and Lolo and different other people. And so YouTube cameras kept letting people hit her chat. So that's why Shaquille had posted that message on his wall saying, oh, so you didn't give me my redirect. You didn't end your show because of Lemon and woo, woo, woo. Take my fucking rinse back because I'm tired of this dumbass YouTube shit. And I guess she took the rinse back. And then I guess she gave it to him again. Child. You said Lolo is the queen of Vegas. What? They was even talking about Ness, and I actually thought Ness looked nice. I thought her makeup was nice. I thought her hair was cute. But they was talking about her outfit, and they was talking about I don't know. I thought she looked good to me. I was like, okay, Ness, I see you, girl. I thought Ness looked good. I do. Trends. I didn't get to see Trends yet because I haven't watched all the videos yet, Jay. So I didn't get to see Trends yet. You said BBL. You said, baby, I saw Trends walk across that. Trends got a BBL? Really? Oh. I mean, not like it matters, but you know. Is that who you talking about? I guess I was saying it like, you know, is that who you talking about? Are we talking about Lolo? Or are we talking, because Lolo got big back too. Lolo got a lot back there too. A lot of cushion for the pushing. Lolo got a lot back there too. And that's no shade because y'all know I'm a big girl and I got a lot of cushion for the pushing too. Shit. You said it looks like the letter P. Oh, damn. You said her butt looks, so her butt and her legs is shaped like the letter P. Mm. Woo, I'm gonna have to go over there and see what the hell you talking about. But people still saying that Lolo need to give Lemon his money back. They talking about you need to put your filter back on and you need to get get Lemon his money back. Because you made plans to hook up with Ness and now, and they said you ain't even been with Ness since you've been there. Now I don't know. I know there was supposed to be not a sleepover, but it's supposed to be like a onesie party, like you know how we had the Moo party with my homegirl a couple of weeks ago. It's supposed to be a onesie little party or a little girls thing, and not a sleepover, but you know, till Lolo said it was supposed to go to like 2 or 3 in the morning, and somebody had asked Lolo, you know, have you seen that yet? Are you, because we saw you in your onesie, so did you go to the onesie thing? And she was like, no. And you know, they both got in late the other night, and you know, Ness had her thing, they was doing the MJ thing, and Lolo they was doing the drag show thing, and then I guess they went out to eat or whatnot. So everybody pretty much had a late evening. So I don't know, maybe they'll have the onesie thing today. But yeah, people still going in on Lolo about the $250 that Lemon gave her towards her plane ticket. And you know, Lolo, of course, had to come up with the rest, you know, for the plane ticket. But they think that it's unfair what Lolo did to Lemon. And I'm like, did y'all forget this nigga told her and Sassy to suck some dicks? He called them some dick sucking bitches. Did y'all forget that? Let me call them some dick sucking bitches. Now, I'm not going to be like the judge and the jury and say whether she should get him the money back or not. But I'm going to say that's her decision. If she felt like betrayed or something, and it's a lot of motherfuckers on here who got money and didn't pay the money back. I ain't gonna mention all the names. But it's a lot of people on here who got money or they didn't produce the product. They didn't come through with what they were supposed to come through with. Lolo's doing the right thing. So, see, I said I wasn't saying no names. And I didn't even see that comment, child, until just now. But I mean, if she don't want to we can't make her get the money back. We cannot make her get the money back. And she probably still mad at him calling them some dick sucking bitches. Because if a nigga that I'm supposed to be cool with or thought I was cool with called me a dick sucking bitch, even though, you know, I suck my niggas dick. Yeah, you know, shit. Most women do suck their niggas dicks. But just some dick sucking bitches, I probably wouldn't want to have shit to do with that motherfucker, and I might not would have gave the money back either. I don't know. Child, I don't know. I know y'all still feel some type of way about that. But child, then Lemon was over there arguing back and forth with Auntie. But hold on, before I get into that, let me just say I was today's years old when I found out who Mayonnaise was. Y'all know I'll be slow on the nicknames. I was today's years old when I found out who Raj was. Y'all know I don't see everything now. But all this time, I've been wondering who the fuck Auntie was referring to when she kept calling somebody Mayonnaise and when she kept calling somebody Raj. So I guess Mayonnaise is Jadon and Raj is Goosey. I was like, you know what? Yeah, too much. But yeah, Auntie had hit the panel and JD called her Aunt Esther, talking about why you calling me Mayonnaise. But Auntie was, you know, so happy, you know, proud of Jadon for not allowing other people to continue playing on her top with the drop game. So she said, okay, I ain't gonna call you Mayonnaise for the rest of the day. But tomorrow Tomorrow, though, that's another day. What up, Riggs? How you doing, love? I shared your channel link last night and today. I did go over there to see if you had the our show set up for tonight, and I didn't see that. Otherwise, I would have shared it in the chat. But if you create the show while you in here, please feel free to drop the link to your show tonight, so that people could, join us over there for From the Block to the Hood Table, another Sunday night segment with Riggs and the Hood Table. But yeah, so Auntie had and yes, make sure y'all liking and sharing the video, please, and thank you. But Auntie had hit the panel, and after she said to JD that she wasn't gonna call her, mayonnaise for the rest of the day, she also told Goosey, she was like, Raj, you also need to stop letting people play on your top and dropping you off panels. And she said, regardless if you eat pussy or suck dick, you don't gotta explain your sexuality to nobody. You ain't gotta explain shit about your sex life or what your preference is. But quit letting people, play on your top. And, start asking permission. Auntie also said to Goosey, start asking people permission to send them a cash app or something like that, because evidently he got struck again by Grown Folks TV for playing Grown Folks TV's live. And I'm like, child, you know what? But as usual, Goosey said it don't matter. He don't care. He don't care. But that's when Lemon had got into it with Auntie. And because she was calling him Pirate Eye. And she was like, you more than a fuck nigga. You a raggedy ass, nothing ass nigga. And I don't know why Auntie be going in so bad on Lemon, and Lemon don't know either. He's like, why the fuck you always coming at me? You always hitting panels. You always on the call in. You always worried about me, and I ain't worried about you, you old, ugly, old ass bitch. I was like, ooh, wee. He said, I can tell by your vocal cords that you ugly. Not I can tell by your vocal cords that you are ugly. Lord, he was calling her auntie grandma. But yeah, Lemon was like, I don't know you. You sit on YouTube all day worrying about Lemon, worrying about Big Daddy. You always got my dick in your mouth. And you know what? It was one of those things where the volume was uneven. And that's why a lot of people hate when people are yelling and screaming at each other, because it's usually always the case where one person's mic is miking and the other person's mic is lacking. What up, Mr. Boston? How you doing? He didn't say that. Yeah, he did. And so Karen did what a lot of motherfuckers would not do. But I wasn't surprised because that's his auntie. But he said they got to take turns. Lemon was like, take turns? Because, people with the big boom, boom, mics, they want to yell and they want to scream and they want to be heard and they don't want the other person to be heard. Lemon was like, take turns. And KRN was trying to be like the referee and shit. Okay, your turn. Okay, your turn. Now you talk. No. Let them talk. No. I was like, child. But see, that's what I like, real shit, though. I like to hear both people. And it's kind of fucked up when one person's mic is supersonic and you got to turn the shit down when they talking. Then you got to turn your volume back up when the other person talking. So you just going up and down with your volume because the shit is just like, it's crazy. When we're listening to it, it's crazy. But people with them big ass, microphones, they know that. But they don't care. They just wanted to be heard, and don't want nobody else to be heard. But yeah, they was going back and forth. And, Lemon thinks that Auntie is obsessed with him. And she just thinks that he's a bad person. He's a fucked up person. He's a no good nigga. And she also said that he is the same thing as Yusuf. Now, that's when Lemon really got pissed off. Like, you ain't about to call me no pedo. You ain't about to put no jackets on me. You can call me a fuck nigga, a ain't nigga, a no good nigga. You can call me all that, but you ain't about to put no jackets on me. And I felt him on that because some of them jackets like that, they will stay with you forever. You could probably have never even been near a kid, 5 miles from any kid. And jackets like that, sometimes people run with that shit. You know? So I get that. I get why he was upset with that. But and what's up? How you doing, Kenna? How you doing? Do you got to? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, StreamYard allows you to stream from several chats at the same time. But yeah, a lot of people do that. So a lot of people do that. I've been doing that for years. So I've been doing that for years. So a lot of people is now catching up to shit. But yeah, so what else did I want to talk about before I get off of here? Because again, I said after this, I'm gonna get off of here after I do my hour and take me a nap before Riggs and I gotta go live tonight. But you said Androids are the best. If you don't want to get your feelings hurt, stay out. Oh, now, you know people can't do that. A lot of people, YouTube is life. For a lot of people, YouTube is life. But yeah, what else was they talking about? I guess Mia. Now I thought Lemon and Mia was cool. Now I don't know Mia. I don't know what sector she's from. Oh, I just all of a sudden started hearing her name a lot over the past few weeks. So I really don't know Mia, but I'm just, going off of what I heard. I guess Mia, Lemon was on Mia's panel the other day or something like that. And he left Mia's panel because I guess he wanted to be on Mia's panel because, you know how it is when Lemon loses a channel. Lemon loses a channel and all of a sudden he be everywhere. He be everywhere tour on a B sector tour, panel to panel, things like that. So I guess Goosey felt like Lemon was just trying to use her panel because, he ain't got no panel and stuff like that. But anyway, he had told her he was going to sleep. And next thing you know, he was over in Pisa's at Pisa's house. Now, and I guess that's her ops. I don't know Mia. I don't know Mia, but is her and Pisa like not cool or something? Is that what it is? Her and Mia not cool? Because I'm not sure what that was about. But anyway, so KRM was asking Mia. KRM was asking Lemon, did he feel bad about leaving Mia and going over to Pisa? So I don't know if y'all want to fill me in on some shit like that. You said I don't trust her or him. See, again, I don't know her. Child. I don't know. But I guess Goosey and Mia was cool too, and they not talking anymore. But you know how shit can change. People could be friends and break up and be friends a day, like 3 times a day. They friends in the morning, beefing at noon, friends at 4 or 8 in the evening, and then beefing again at midnight. So I don't know, but Mia said that Goosey said that Mia was in Lemon's chat the other day before his other channel just got taken and was calling Goosey messy and down low and other gay shit because Goosey discussed the situation with Lemon and Audio. I guess Audio and Mia was talking in the back scenes or something, and Lemon brought the information out on Front Street to YouTube about what they were pillow talking about. And I guess Goosey is alleging that Mia was talking shit about Lemon. So Goosey had ended up dropping Mia from his platform and kicking her out of his chat or some shit like that. And again, I don't know everything that's going on with that, but KRN did ask him about, did you think what you did was right? Are y'all going to be cool again? Things like that. I don't know. Again, these people break up with their friendships and then they become back cool again. But yeah, KRN was like, don't you feel bad leaving Mia's panel and going over to Pisa's? And Lemon was like, I don't want to talk about that. You know how Lemon, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. He can't and he shan't. So he didn't want to discuss the shit with Mia at all. And I'm like, damn, that's a first. Because anytime, usually when Lemon gets, and again, I don't know her, so I don't know what all happened, but he didn't want to talk about it at all. And we all know Lemon, when he get into it with somebody, that's the first thing he want to do is talk about it, whether it's just Krista or audio or what's that girl named Sour Patch, just all the different people, Lolo, all the different people he didn't fell out with. It is so many, like over the years, it's so many. You said, what in the Lifetime shit is that? You know what? You know, it's a lot of Lifetime shit on here that be going on. It's a lot of Lifetime shit that be going on this application. But that's about all I got. Oh yeah. Okay, one last thing before I go. Do I still got time? I still got 20 minutes in my hour, and then if I'm still under my hour, I'll drop the link. But other than that, I'm gonna go take me a nap. But yeah, Lemon hit the panel. When he hit the panel with KRN, KRN asked him, did he create another Google account, because KRN didn't know who was in the back chat. It said something like RT or something like that, and KRN didn't recognize it. And the way Lemon says so quick, KRN was like, did you create a new Google account? No. The way Lemon said no that quick, he was like, Lemon, did you create a new Google account? No. And again, KRN said the name said RT or something like that. Lemon said that was the account that Lemon was flagging. His last one that Dragons was flagging. And he can't say anything about, his game plan. He said he got a new plan and we ain't ready for it. Just sit back and watch. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll sit back and watch, because he already started another channel like last night. But I don't know if it's got to 1,000 yet. You said you love making me laugh. You know what? Laughter is good for the soul. Laughter is good for the soul. And I love making people laugh too. I'm not a comedian, but if I can make you laugh every now and then during my commentary, then I'm doing something right. That's all I gotta say. If I'm doing something right. But because we here to be entertained, right? We're here to be entertained by not only the content creators, but we're also here to be entertained by the subbies. And the subbies, y'all be subbing. Y'all be starting so much shit in the chat. I was like, you know what? I don't read the chats like a lot of y'all do, but I read the chats every now and then, and y'all be cracking me up. But yeah, so Lemon got a new game plan. He's talking about he ain't gonna tell anybody how he gonna run his new channel or whatever, but he said nope, that he didn't create no Google account. Now, as far as Lemon's channels though, we know that Smooth Carter, Smooth Carter, she was on my panel a couple of weeks ago when her and Lady Snoop got into it. But Smooth Carter said that she had struck his channel for harassment, bullying, different things like that. And I guess she's one of the ones that's like helping to get his channels taken. And so people were coming at her too, saying, that's fucked up. You taking away his livelihood, his income, and he told you sorry. So why the fuck won't you just let him apologize? Now he did apologize to her after Ken. They said Ken told him to on his panel. And that's what I heard. And so he did apologize to her, but it's probably no wonder why Smooth still might be like fucked up about the shit, about them misgendering her and shit and calling her. She wants to be called a guy. She wants to be called a man, but people keep calling her a girl or a female lady, and she don't want to be misgendered. And so I guess that's why she was reporting his channel for bullying, harassment, things like that. Probably has something to do with the community or whatever in her explanation to YouTube. But she still might be fucked up because if somebody else got to tell you to apologize for somebody, then it's not usually a sincere apology. It's usually not a sincere apology. If you got, how your kids be bickering back and forth and they fight, and you be like, apologize to your motherfucking brother. I'm sorry. That ain't no sincere apology. Now again, that might be just how she feels. But then somebody in the chat said, then a lot of people in this motherfucker need to apologize for what they said to people because some people did worse. And they said they might as well rename this sector the apologizing sector. But some people agreed that Lemon needed to apologize to her. And then somebody else was like, well, he ain't doctor. He ain't called CPS. He just talks mess like a lot of other people. And then so KRM wanted an explanation from Smooth Carter. Like, could you please call in? Could you please let us know why you are continually doing this to Lemon? Because from what I heard on the show, she told somebody else that she was going to get his new channel. And I guess every channel after that, somebody is going to try to get his channel. That's the way that it seems. That's the way that it seems. And so she said, no, I'm not going to call in, but I'll hit the link. So KRN was like, I don't know if the subby's going for that because this is a subby call-in show. But then he said, I'm going to put a vote up and I'm going to let y'all vote if Smooth Carter should be allowed to hit the link instead of calling in. So people was voting, yeah. For this particular storyline, just for today, let Smooth Carter, hit the link. So he put the link down. Did she come? Hell no, she didn't come. And it's crazy. People was like, that is so unfair. He gave you your conditions. He met you where you were and said you could hit the link. And then you still didn't hit the link, nor did you call in to have a conversation. I don't know why Smooth didn't want to hit that link or call in, but maybe it was because a lot of people was dragging her for what she did. Because, regardless of all the shit that Lemon has done and will do and will continue to do, a lot of people do like him. And a lot of people is batting for him to have a channel and to continue to have, 1 million people on his panel every night for hours on end, bring in a lot of the content that we discuss the next day or the next week. So I'm thinking that she might not want to call in or hit the link because people was talking shit about her. And they were telling her, ain't nobody going to like you. Ain't nobody going to support you. Ain't nobody, if you keep doing this to Lemon. So I don't know how y'all feel about that. Y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that. But I don't know. Maybe she should just get on her own. Some people don't like people to take their storyline and, them get on somebody else's panel. Do it on your own panel. If you don't have a panel or a channel, create a channel. If you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. You can't force nobody to talk about their storylines. It's been time when people ask me to hit the panel and discuss some shit that was going on. And I'll say yeah, or I'll say no. You don't have to. You don't have to. That's for damn sure. But, it's up to people if they want to get on your platform and talk about what you want to talk. And then some people might feel like they might be jumped. Not saying KRN would have done that to her, but some people feel like if I hit this panel, if I hit this link or I call in, other people gonna hit the link and call in, and then next thing you know, they up there arguing and fighting. Even though KRN said it's just gonna be me and you, just you and I. She might have thought differently. I don't know. But I don't know. But it's kind of the same thing like with Goosey too. Like people keep telling him every day, please ask people for permission. Please ask people, send them $1, send them $10 for their clips, send them, stuff like that. Like I've told people over the years, just ask me. Just ask me. Just ask permission first, because I don't ever want to get in that situation where somebody is just taking your content at random. Just every day, every other day, whenever they want, just taking your content and putting it on their channel. That's not cool. So, and I firmly stand on that bullshit. Like, for real, for real. I feel like if you can't do commentary without showing people's videos, then you're not a content creator. And that's how I feel. And I feel like a lot of people on here aren't content creators who just allow other people to be their content, to come on their panel and create the show and run the show. You can have a YouTube channel all you want all day long, as the day is long, but that don't mean you're a content creator. You know what I'm saying? It's like BET. BET might have the platform, but other people are on there acting and singing and dancing, and like Paramount, like all these other platforms that we have. Netflix, they have the platform, but other people put their shows on there, and they have their actors and they have their characters and things like that. So they're not necessarily the content creator. They have the platform. And then all the subbies and the subscribers, they are the people who help, make the money, raise the money so the shows can continue to flourish. That's how it is. But I don't know. Some people don't care. They just do what they want to do. And Lemon is one of those people who just going to continue to do what he want to do on his platform. And y'all, especially y'all older ones who be talking to him like he's your son or grandson, he ain't listening to y'all. Just let that nigga, if he lose 25 channels this year, that's his fault. Because people have tried to get through to him and try to get him advice and try to, it is what it is, yo. It is what it is. But anyway, that's all I got, and I'm under my hour. So if anybody wants me to drop the link, I'll drop the link. If you want to hit the link and add to the commentary. Other than that, I'll be back live tonight, but I'll be on Big Rig's platform for our Sunday night weekly show from the block to the hood table. I'll be over there tonight. Again, it's about 9:15 Central, 7:15 Pacific, like that time frame. Because you know how niggas are. Sometimes we be a little late. We be on BPT time. We black people time. Sometimes we do be a little late. But we'll be there though. And you guys be there or be square. Okay, y'all support Riggs and I on our Sunday night shows. I know we don't be over there with all the fuck shit, all the B sector shit. We don't be over there dragging and all that kind of stuff. We be over there having conversations, about different topics and shit. So, yeah, I appreciate all those who support us on a weekly basis. And then the people who slide on us and share the live out and support Riggs and I every week. We do appreciate that because we always say we know where we are. We know what sector we in. So we know we're not going to get the type of clicks and views and, support that a lot of people might get in this sector. But we continue to do what we do, just like I continue to run my channel the way that I do and how I do it, because this is what I like to do. I'm not on here for the money and the fame. I'm on here because this is what I like to do. I started YouTube because I want to talk to people about different shit. And it still stands firm today. I'm on here because I like to talk to people and interact with people and engage with people. I'm not on here to do a whole bunch of bullshit just to get $1. If $1 comes with it, that's a little icing on the cake. And y'all know I'm a personal custom cake decorator. So y'all know I know what I'm talking about. That's a little icing on top of the cake. Okay. A little cherry on top of the pie. All right. But speaking of cakes, I think I got a few orders coming up in the next week. I think so. I had somebody hit me up, what was that, 2 days ago? Because they needed like 4 orders. They needed something next weekend. They needed something the next few weeks. Then they need something in March. I'm like, they just trying to schedule all they shit in advance. And I'm like, that's how you better do it. That's how you better do it. Because shoot, a girl will book up fast. And I only do stuff on the weekends. I only do, unless it's the holiday, and holidays can fall on Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever. Unless it's on the holidays, then I only do cake orders on the weekend because, you know, I have a regular job and I have other things going on. I have family, I have a grandbaby, I have, you know, YouTube, I'm a content creator. So, you know, I got other things I got going on. So, one of the orders that she needed was for Tuesday. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Okay, well, here's all the orders for the weekends coming up that I need. I'm like, okay, I can do them. But yeah, I know some people, cake decorating is their full-time job and they do that shit all week long. But again, that is not, although I love to do it and I'm good at it, it's not something that I want to do all day long because it's one of those jobs that I love to do. I love to make people happy. I love to get somebody something really nice to have on their dessert table at parties and venues and things like that. I just like doing that stuff. I like creating cakes and desserts and party table treats, but I don't want it to ever become something I don't. Do you know how many cake creators that I knew just from my city who don't do it no more? They don't do it no more. And they were some of the best to ever do it too. I know this one cake decorator. Oh my God. She was like, if people didn't come to me, they went to her. It's like, I want to say it's probably 3 or 4 of us, like in a close vicinity to me, because they're everywhere. Cake decorators are everywhere. From here to Timbuktu. But I'm like one of the maybe 4 or 5 of the really, really good ones in my vicinity. And this one particular one, she was like off the chain. Like, I have to say, she's probably the best to ever do it from our vicinity. And she don't do it no more. She don't do it no more. And so somebody had hit me up one day for an order. And I was surprised because the person is like that person's niece. And I said, you hit me up now. Me and the person, we real cool. We friends. We go back. Like, you know what I'm saying? We real cool. But you know how some people are. If they have somebody in their family or somebody that has a business, they usually might go to them for their services, even if they know somebody else that does the same thing. So I've never been like shady or anything about it because I'm not that type of person. I have family that don't even come to me that need cakes. I have family that posts on Facebook, do anybody know a good cake decorator? And then I have other family members coming at their neck like, bitch, now you know cousin so-and-so is a cake decorator. You know this. Like, and they be like, oh, well, you know, it is what it is, child. It is what it is. Like I said, every customer ain't your customer. Every customer ain't your customer. Like JW was in here the other day and talking about audio, how he paid $130 to go see Lemon to fight. And Jay Wilson was in the chat like, damn, they could have gave you $130 for a cake. I said, no, they couldn't, because my cake started at $150. So everybody can't afford a custom design cake. A personal custom design cake, everybody can't afford that. So if your family don't come to your business to get something from you, don't take it as slight. Don't take it as shade. I know a lot of people in my family that cannot afford $150 cake and more. So your customers is the people who need you and who can support you. Now, I do also have family and friends who don't support me, but they always sharing my post out. If somebody say they need a cake, they always tagging me on the Facebook post. So, you know, support goes many different ways. But yeah, Jay Wilson like, Audio could have gave you $130 for a cake. No, you better put some more with that. You better put some more with that. But I just thought that was funny. But yeah, I don't want it to get to a place where it has to be something I do all the time and I get tired of it. Because with making cakes and sweets and desserts, oh my God, like you can literally be going back and forth with somebody for days on end. And this person still don't know what the fuck they want. And that's why I be telling people, when you ordering cakes, you should know, you should have in mind what the fuck you want. Matter of fact, let me show you something real quick. This is just for y'all who might order from personalized custom cake decorators. This is one of the things that I send to my customers right away when they hit me up and say they need me to make them a custom design cake. So this, I'm gonna post this up right here because this is really important. when you go into a personalized custom cake decorator. Let me see if I can get this ticker off the bottom. Okay, so this is really important. This is what I send to people when they hit me up. What is the time of your event? The date, the location, what is the theme? How many people are you serving? Cake flavor. Do you like buttercream? Do you like fondant? Do you want fondant? Because that'll double the price of your cake. If your cake is $200, with fondant, it's going to be about $4. Any food allergies? Some people are allergic to nuts. You know, things like that. Design. What type of design you want? Do you want a cake topper? Do you want a personalized cake topper? Or is there something you saw on Amazon or somewhere else where you want me to purchase it for you to put on top of your cake? Because I do make my own cake toppers. The color of the cake, ideas, inspired pictures. The main thing that the main thing that helps me know what somebody wants is the inspired pictures. You can tell me all day long, I want a cake. Well, the colors is red but what kind of design you want? What kind? Because people who don't make cakes don't really know how to express exactly what they want. So it's always easier. I tell people, like, let's say you want a basketball themed cake. I can make that off the dome. I'm very creative, so I do freestyle a lot. But if there's something in particular that you want, all you got to do is Google round basketball cake, square basketball cake, sheet cake basketball cake, graduation cake, any type of thing that you can imagine. Any type of thing that you can imagine. You know, from Sesame Street to what's that show that my grandson liked to watch, to Baby Sharks, to, I mean, any type of theme, any type of cartoon, you can easily just Google and put cake behind it, and you'll get millions of pictures. And that's like one of the easiest way. And then somebody will send me a picture. I want something similar to this, and I'll be like, okay, I can do that. Now this is an inspiration picture, right? I don't copy other people's work to the T, because I don't like when people copy my work. So I'll give you a cake that looks like that, very, very similar, but I might throw my own little sauce on there. But other than that, people will spend like days and weeks, and you get tired of that shit. Like, God damn, is you gonna place the order or not? And that's why a lot of custom personal cake decorators, they charge you for a consultation. They charge a consultation fee. Now, that's one thing I don't think I'll ever do, is charge a consultation fee. But I see why people will do it, because people will hit you up. Then they be trying to hit you up at midnight, hitting you up at 5 a.m, hitting you up like, damn, I gotta sleep. I mean, what the fuck? Like, I gotta do like Big Red. My hours are between this time and this time. So yeah, people, when you ordering cakes from people, please have something in mind. Like, screenshot this if you want to. But this is what I send to people as soon as they hit me up and say, either fill this all out or send me a picture of something you want me to recreate. And it makes it a lot easier too, when we're quoting people prices, because you can send me something, I'll be like, okay, that's easily $175, that's $225, that's $350, that's $400. You want that, and all of that too. And you want chocolate covered strawberries and Rice Krispie treats, and you want chocolate covered Oreos, and you want Oreo pucks and all. Okay, that's gonna be like $875 for all of that. So, you know, it makes it a lot easier for people to quote you accurate prices too. But anyway, what I was getting at was, as far as like people supporting you though, my friend had came to me and said, I need this order. And she had told me that her niece was no longer doing cakes anymore. And like I said, her niece is one of the baddest cake decorators in our area. And she is like, don't want to do the shit anymore. So that's why I don't want to do it full time, because I know how time consuming it is, how difficult cakes can be sometimes, how difficult customers can especially be. Customers can be especially difficult when just ordering a fucking cake. Like, you're not buying a house. I'm not about to have you sign a 100-page contract. It's a cake, but people will get on your everlasting nerves when trying to order a cake. And it's so like, oh my God, this is the last cake I'm going to fucking make. Then the next day comes and you take another order. But yeah, so with that being said, y'all, I just want to show y'all that real quick. But you guys, I'm about to get off of here. Nobody wants me to drop the link, so I'm just gonna get out of here. I did my hour for the day. Again, Riggs will be live on his channel tonight. We'll be over there doing our show from the block to the hood table. Thanks to everybody who liked the video, shared the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, if you want to donate to the channel, please feel free. Donate to the Cash App, $ the hood table 402 running across the bottom, or super chat, you know, if you want to donate to the goals or anything like that. But other than that, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm about to take me a nap. I'm about to take me a nap and then get ready later to go over to Riggs. Again, let me drop Riggs. Let me drop his link again. This is to his channel. So if you go over to his channel and you hit the notification bell, then you'll be able to know when we're going live or know whenever he goes live. So again, I put his link in the chat. Again, please go over there and support. Hit the like, the share, subscribe, all that tonight when you guys come through. Again, we do really appreciate you. You know, as smaller content creators, we need all the clicks and the views. You know, we can get all the shares so we can be out in the algorithm, the aneurysms, okay? But you guys, please stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.